Hey everyone, again it is Deaconess Kim here for your Wednesday of Holy Week devotional thought. We're getting more to the somber time of the week, and so we're going to look at some of the less pleasant parts. The main thing we're going to focus on today is the fact that other people fail us. Whether intentional or not, humans are imperfect, and so they can never take care of us, love us, care for us the way they should. And this is very clear from those around Jesus during Holy Week, so we're going to look at them today. So first of all, we have Peter's denial. He followed Jesus for years. He was part of his inner circle and witnessed more cool stuff than pretty much anyone else. He makes the proper confession identifying Jesus as the Messiah, vows that even if everyone else falls away, he will remain faithful. And yet before the rooster crows that day, he denies not only that he's a disciple, but that he even knows who Jesus is. Judas is also famous for betrayal, right? He was also a follower of Jesus. He was a trusted member of the group, as evidenced by the fact that he had care of the money. And yet, when he was tempted by Satan and the lure of some silver for himself, he betrays an innocent man into the hands of those plotting to kill him. So the other disciples show abandonment as well. They'd each been called and taught and led by Jesus personally. They'd witnessed miraculous healings and powerful teachings and command over nature itself. And yet the moment the soldiers appeared, they all abandoned him. With only a few exceptions, there's no mention of them being anywhere near Jesus from his arrest until after his resurrection. Then we have the religious leaders. These men had a calling to lead God's people. They should have been anticipating the Messiah, looking forward to the fulfillment of God's promise, preparing the people to receive him. And yet, when the Messiah actually appears, they react with accusations and condemnation and disbelief. They valued their positions too highly. They were blinded by their pride and their traditions. And then we have human government, and here we see great injustice. Government is meant to serve the people. Whatever form it takes, God places humans in power so that justice may be carried out, so that there's order, so there's chaos is prevented, so that even discipline can be effected appropriately. Whether the rulers are honorable or not, God uses human government for those things. And yet in Pontius Pilate, we see gross injustice. Pilate himself recognized no guilt in Jesus, and yet allowed the will of the mob to prevail. So think about that for a moment. Who do we rely on? And how would we feel if or when that person fails us? It's hard to think about. But God never fails us. He always claims us, unlike people who would deny us. He's always faithful, unlike people who betray us. He's always with us, unlike other people who can abandon us. Because of Jesus, he always declares us innocent and does not condemn us. And his justice is perfect. Humans fail us, but God never does.